Hey, what's up, guys? Happy Friday. So I am going to chat a little bit about the 2BMindset program and a little bit more in-depth nutrition. And Justin asked me what I wanted to do today because it's my birthday today, and I was like, what do you want to do? I was like, honestly, I want to work out. I want to work out. I want to chat with my girls in my wellness groups. I want to study up on my nutrition, because right now I'm going back to nutrition school for functional nutrition. And I just want to sit by the pool, learn, and then I want to share what I'm learning with the girls and also dive into this 2BMindset program. So if you are new, or if you have clients, or if you're wanting to dive into your nutrition a little bit more, maybe you're kind of like in that limbo of not reaching the goals that you want to reach, I really hope this video helps. Tag your people below, ask any questions, even if you're live with me, or if you come across this a month from now, ask a question, tag your coach or tag me, and we will be so happy to help. But mostly, I just wanted to really come in here and chat about the 2BMindset program, because as someone who is studying functional nutrition, I support the Beachbody nutritional programs because they are extremely amazing for a blanket overall nutritional lifestyle focus. Now, if you are someone who has a thyroid issue, or if you are someone that is looking to fight cancer, or if you are someone who is coming off of cancer, or you have IBS or things like that, definitely message me, talk with your gastroenterologist. I can never say that right. Your doctor specifically will probably not know what nutritional style that you need because they are not specialized in nutrition. So if your doctor tells you to go ahead and just like get on keto, you can say, okay, thank you, I will think about it, and then message me, talk to your gastro doctor, talk to a nutritionist before jumping into a diet and lifestyle change, because a doctor can see the blood work, but they don't necessarily know what to do from a food perspective. They know how to give the drug on top of it. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not saying drugs are bad, because people need them. We need them daily. They help us stay healthy. They help us stay sane, and they are good. And doctors are great, but that's not their specialty. Okay, so when it comes to your health and your nutrition, please, like I said, talk with your nutritionist, message me, talk to a functional doctor, talk to your gastro doctor, because they are more specialized in the nutritional side versus coming from it from another way. And what I like to think of it as, and the reason why I wanted to start really studying functional medicine, is because think of it like there's a tree. This is gonna get very like childlike, right? There's a tree, and let's say you're having an ailment and it's the branch of the tree. What a doctor gets to do is they get to put something on the branch of the tree, hang an ornament, just so you feel better. But what we get to do from the functional side is where the roots are coming from. We get to figure out the roots, and we get to work our way back up. And thankfully, with functional nutrition, we get to work with the doctors and meet them halfway. Because this end-all, be-all with a pill, not saying taking drugs is a bad thing. Some people need it, and it's not a bad thing. However, if you are someone that doesn't want to be on it and know that it can be a preventative thing, this is where nutrition really comes into play, okay? So working with the doctor to come back down. So as we actually intend to get to the root cause of things, literally the root cause of it, it can also bring up a lot of other things in your life that might show other ailments. So as you're getting to the bottom line of where something could stem from, it could be coming from multiple different things that we just ignored or maybe didn't catch for months prior. So please keep that in mind when you are wanting to heal yourself or get back on the train of your own health and wellness, that just know it's a journey, and it's not going to be just one answer. And our bodies are constantly and forever changing. Every single person and body is different. Like I have learned in my functional nutrition courses, everyone has different fingerprints on this planet. And just like our fingerprints, every single person on this planet has a different gut microbiome. So what works for you might not work for Courtney, might not work for me, might not work for Mallory, might not work for Megan, and might not work for all of us specifically individually. However, when it comes to Beachbody, they have a fabulous fabulous nutritional program guides that are just a basic blanket of where to get back to the basics of natural foods. And that is where we start in functional nutrition, is the basics of the food. Less processed foods, less sugar, getting back to the root of Mother Earth and getting there. And that is why I'm here to say I am totally and fully in support of Ultimate Portion Fix and 2BMindset, because they are the best blanket nutrition and lifestyle programs that people can be on. Because like I said, people are going to say like, do keto, do this. And I mean, if you don't have epilepsy, if you don't have a brain injury in your past, things like that, you do not need to be doing keto. Okay. So if anyone says just do it, don't just do it because an influencer on social media is doing it. Listen to your body. And it first starts with following a lifestyle program and staying consistent with it. So before I dive into 2BMindset, I want to chat a little bit about Shaco with you guys, because Shaco is the best thing everybody could do for their bodies. Because also, like I said, in functional nutrition, it's the nutrition that is the key for us to really stimulate our cell growth, overturn it, help our gut, help our minds, help our joints, help our muscles, help our heart health, help our just everything. The clarity, the sleep, the recovery, everything. When we have solid nutrition in our lives, we get to do life better. And Shaco can provide that for us. So a few things, when you get Shaco, and if you don't have it, here's a cool thing. You do it for 30 days. And if you don't feel a difference in your life, you can get your money back. Even after having this whole bag, you can get your money back. However, the thing is with Shaco, Amal, hey babe. Good to see you. So the thing is, with Shaco, you get this fun little packet in the mail, and you can dive into like all the different reasons behind why Shaco is amazing. But I really want to point out this one thing. It has a wellness log, and you get to log your energy. Did you take it? And you have 28 days to take it. Be consistent with it. That is why Shaco is going to work. It's just like exercise. When you're consistent, you start to see results. Just like nutrition, you start to see results. And nutrition is 90% of where we get our physical results, because it starts mentally. We start to mentally feel better. When we mentally start to feel better, we start physically start making changes. But it starts inside. It starts with the vitamins, a whole balanced nutritional program for us to feel better. And it starts with consistency. So this wellness log that we get, one thing that I absolutely love, the regularity at the bottom. Are you pooping every single day? Might make some of you feel awkward that I asked that, but seriously, if you're not pooping every single day, figure that out. You need to be pooping every day. It's a big deal. Your body needs to release those toxins. And if you're not, talk to me, especially if you're already on Shaco and you're not pooping, you need to talk to me, okay? Message me. If you're not pooping and you don't have Shaco, there's your answer right there, okay? Get consistent with this. A few other things that I wanted to share are some vitamins. So this is all my notes from just like one practice. But nutrition and nutrients needed to create a highly functioning immune system, all right? Our fats, so fish oil, flax, good oils, olive oil, coconut oil. Folate, iron, protein, amino acids, selenium, A, B, C, D, E, zinc, curcumin / turmeric, rosemary, antioxidants, pre and probiotics. Every single one of those things, other than selenium and turmeric, are in Shaco, okay? And the amino acids that are in Shaco help us produce collagen, which helps us also with our joints, keeps that young look, our hair, everything like that when we are consistent with Shaco. So all these are the nutrients that we need in order to have a highly functioning immune system. And aside from selenium and turmeric, everything else is in Shaco. So that is why it's really good to be on Shaco. So get on Shaco if you're not on Shaco. And like I said, if you got to just find your flavor that you like. There's like 8 different flavors now. Find it, have it, enjoy it. make it daily. I got to the point where I was just starting to mix it with water, and that's just where you got to get to sometimes. You can't always make it taste good, but you got to take your vitamins, right? Probiotics, antioxidants, amino acids. We cannot get our bodies don't naturally produce amino acids. We have got to be getting them in our supplements and in our food. And chances are, whatever foods we're eating don't have all of the amino acids in it, because that's just what our soil's doing these days. I could get into the whole soil issue that we're having, and rain and water and all that stuff, but I'm going to stop because there are margaritas waiting for me here in a little bit. But at the end of the day, make sure that you're getting your daily dose of nutrition, because our bodies need it. And here's another thing, and I hate to bring up COVID, but this is the reality of it all. We went through a whole class on stress and everything like that. Naturally, people are going to be stressed, just especially when 20s, 30s, 40s, and beyond, we're going to be stressed. But when we're in that, those seasons of our life where we're, meeting people, getting married, having kids, doing life, everything's new, right? Job, everything's new. That's already a stressor on us, a happy stressor. Things can be stressful even if they're happy. Which again, why amino acids are good, because it boosts collagen and keeps our cortisol levels balanced so our stress levels don't go up and down, hence Shaco. And the thing is, with stress, when it comes to COVID, I don't know where anyone stands with COVID, and this doesn't matter where you stand. If you're for the vaccine, against the vaccine, wherever you are, this doesn't matter. What matters is that every single person on this planet is now navigating a new normal. And when people have to rewire their brains, it sends people into a different arena in their brain where it can trigger things that they might have forgotten about for years. So let's say I'm someone that doesn't want to be close to you, and you don't know that about me, but you're a little nervous if you get close to me, or do you back up? Or if you're someone that doesn't mind the 3-foot space and I'm someone that doesn't mind the 3-foot space, there's still that weird navigation that everyone now has sitting on their shoulders. And it's now sitting there, and it is a cloud of stress, and it's not a bad stress, it's just a new normal. And when there is a new normal that every single person has to go through on this planet, that is a level of stress added to the stress that we already have in our daily life. So people are going to be a little bit more agitated. People are going to be a little bit more triggered, especially if there's some things in people's past stuff that they might not have figured out. Those can be elevated. So in order for us to maintain our stress levels, and on top of that, boost our immunity, because when we are stressed at that next level, because right now, just accept it. There's a little layer of stress that every single person right now has. So we need to boost our immune system. So when we do that, when we drink Shaco every single day and we have balanced nutrients, our bodies are going to fight that stressor. One thing, instead of all of us having something different with our gut, because everyone, like I said, has different fingerprints, our guts are every single person has a different gut. Even if you're a twin, you have a different gut than your twin. Your microbiome is different. That's just how you were built and beautifully made. So from that, the one thing that we all have in common, though, is the fact that our immune systems are the number one stressor that our bodies will go through daily. Our digestive system is the number one stressor that each of us have and will go through daily. The number one thing is our digestive intestinal system. The number one stressor. No matter what else is going on in your life, you get in an argument with your significant other, or if there's a little car wreck, or unfortunately lose someone in your life, your digestive system is still the number one thing that your body is going to go through as a stressor for that day. Every single person on the planet has this. So if we know this, and yet we also have this nether added layer of stress on top of all of us, we need to be fueling our temple that's going to then go through our lymph nodes, up into our brain and into our blood, and we need to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves, okay? A little side note is now I'm gonna get off Shaco, and I wanna talk to you guys about a few other things before I dive into 2BMindset. When it comes to being sick and sickness, in addition to not only just making sure you're taking your nutrients, but let's say you know that you're about to be around a lot of people for a weekend, or you know that and you can feel something coming on and you're not feeling well, taking 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C is key, in addition to all the nutrients you're already taking. Now, if you are sick, like fever, temperature, you are sick, taking 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C every hour per hour that you are awake during your sickness would be better for your body than taking Advil, because it's helping your lymph nodes function and produce more killer cells versus turning off the killer cells and putting something else in place of it. You're helping your immune system figure out how to battle with itself. Okay, I'm gonna get off of that. So I wanna talk a little bit more about the performance stack. So this all natural pre-workout energy mix that Harvard scientists helped develop. It's NSF sport certified. If you don't have this stuff, you gotta try it. It's something that Justin and I don't do life without it. He wakes up, this is the thing that gets him out of bed in the morning, because he knows that once he takes 2 scoops of this, he's up and he's ready to go to the gym. I just get up and have this. I don't even do my workout afterwards. It just helps you do life. It helps us do laundry. It helps us go to the grocery store. It's like happiness in a little canister. And you're gonna get the maximum benefits of this when you take it multiple times in a row. So taking this, and it usually comes with a recovery stack, but I know a lot of people are not using the recovery stack. So if you're still looking to get like that 50 PV to stay active, this plus the greens boost should be over 50 PV. Don't quote me on that. But then there's also hydrate. We usually mix these 3 things together whenever we need like a pick-me-up on the weekend. And then there's also collagen. And your collagen should be flavorless. That's just what it should be. But then there's also collagen. You could put these together, but either way, this Energize is absolutely amazing. And you guys should know that Beachbody is really good. Whatever doesn't work, whatever you don't enjoy, even after drinking and taking the whole thing, you can get your money back. Okay, I'm gonna get into 2BMindset. And as I'm pulling it up on my little iPad, let's talk about these things real quick. So the portion control containers with Ultimate Portion Fix, they are basically macronutrients for like, put it into like Lego terms, like children's terms. Instead of weighing your food, you get to see it in different, it's like there's a green for veggies, there's purple for fruit, and there's more in here, like a red one is protein, etc. So portion control is really good when you are wanting to achieve a certain look, when maybe you're feeling like you're doing all of the things and somehow you're not losing weight and you don't feel good. And I say those 2 things combined because if you're feeling good, but also not losing weight, then you got to ask yourself, okay, but am I feeling good? And that's the thing, right? That is what matters the most, is if you're feeling good. Now, if you're trying to achieve a certain look, that is where portion control is really going to come into play, okay? And like I said, also, if you need to be regular with pooping every single day too. So if that's already a thing that's regular, then you're good. And you got to give yourself a pat on the back. I want to talk about 2BMindset because 2BMindset is, I believe, just a fabulous program, a fabulous lifestyle program to be doing. The containers are awesome, and I like to use them probably a few times a month just to like kind of get myself in check, to make sure that I am still staying right with all of my macronutrients, because the 3 macronutrients that we need are carbs, proteins, and fats. Carbs go through our system within 4 to 6 hours. Proteins go through our digestive system anywhere between 12 and 18 hours, and fats are a day and a half. Now, the reason why keto isn't necessarily the best for everybody, a day and a half, it takes our lymph nodes to pull it out of our small intestine to then digest it. So those 3 macronutrients are really good for the portion controls, and they just kind of help us figure out exactly where we need to get more specific. And there's 3 different ways that you can use the macronutrients in Ultimate Portion Fix. And I'll let you guys look at that a little bit more, but mostly what I'm looking at right now, so I have BOD pulled up, and at the very top, you're gonna select nutrition. And it will come automatically in here and share with you one of the nutrition programs. So 2BMindset, Ultimate Portion Fix, talks about Shaco and one of the creators, and then also the performance stack. So the two things I kind of talked about are here. The portion control macronutrient stuff is here. 2BMindset's here, and I'm going to talk about this a little bit more. So we are going to go into 2BMindset. Okay, so real quick, it's going to also say the Nutrition Plus monthly fix, and what that is accountability groups for nutrition. It's, I think, $15 a month, and you get access to Ayana and Autumn herself, where you can ask them questions. If for whatever reason, if you don't want to ask me and you want to get into a specific nutrition group, that is all there. You get weekly recipes, things like that. That is all in there. You can upgrade to that. But let's go ahead and we're going to go into 2BMindset. And so the biggest thing with 2BMindset and why I absolutely love it is for this reason. I don't know if you guys can see that. It breaks it down into breakfast, snack, I believe, lunch, dinner, okay? 60 ounces of water prior to every meal, and that's mostly going to cover all of our water intake for the day, and that's typically what everyone needs. So whatever your weight is, divide it in half, and that's how much water you need per day. But what I love about this, notice breakfast, where it's proteins and then FFCs. FFCs are like carbs, sugars, healthy fats, things like that. And then snack is kind of the same thing. It is carbs, proteins, and your veggies. That's where we start introducing veggies. And then same thing, but lunch is a little bigger, and then dinner. This is where you can take this on the road. You can, if you're traveling or you're in your day-to-day, if you don't want to use your containers, whatever it is, this is a fabulous lifestyle program to do. It does require you, if you are trying to lose weight and you don't want to portion out your food, it does require that you get on the scale every single day. And now I don't know where you're at. I know that the scale can be a trigger for some people, but if it is, I'm going to really inquire about what about the scale don't you enjoy, because the scale should never dictate how you feel. It's just supposed to be there for help. It lets your body know what it's doing. And again, like I said, if you're feeling good, scale doesn't mean anything. It's just some feedback. It's just like maybe your hubby's giving you feedback on how well you did the dishes. It's not going to change your life, right? Like you're not going to go and like cry about him not liking how you did the dishes. Same thing with the scale. It's not supposed to be here to help you dictate how you feel. It's just supposed to be there for some feedback. So again, with this, like I said, the plate it thing, definitely want to dive into this. It's all within the 2BMindset program. But the thing is that I love about this, notice dinner, the very bottom, veggies and protein only. Veggies and protein only for dinner. And here's the thing, veggies have carbs in it, but they're going to be more long-lasting carbs. Therefore, your body's going to be burning through that all night. The same thing with protein, because like we were talking about, the macronutrients, that's what your body needs. You're not about to go and run a marathon. So what would happen with those carbs, it would just then start getting stored where you're gonna wake up, maybe you're gonna be gassy, you're gonna be bloated, things like that. Protein and veggies only at nighttime. Okay. And then carbs, sugars, all that in the morning. So that's really how to just tailor out your day. That's what the lifestyle is. If you want, you know what I mean? It's nothing big, but the other cool thing I love about this is like, if you want to have a few drinks, have a few drinks. I got this while I'm gonna drink this. Still gotta pop this. Let's actually pop this now. Still gotta pop this, and we're gonna go get margaritas, right? So you can still have a few drinks. I'm going to now dive into a little bit more on when it comes to carbs, dairy, and processed foods, okay? One last thing on this 2BMindset thing. Whenever you get your program, you're gonna get a tracker. This is usually gonna come in like the physical form, or you can print it off online. But it talks about all the foods, and I want you to notice here, even on the 2BMindset, it still talks about some cheeses, it still talks about some different foods, and I am going to, like I said, this is a blanket overall nutritional lifestyle program. Now, if you're someone that is following this and you're still not getting results, this is where we need to start looking at removing gluten and removing dairy, because those two things are from our functional diet matrix. It stems here. We want to remove the processed things first, and then we need to dive into like the IBS, the hypothyroidism, ADHD, anxiety, depression, things like that. So that's where we'll dive in more, but it starts with this first, like I said, because Beachbody has phenomenal nutritional lifestyle programs. It starts with this first, and if you're not seeing results, that is when we remove the gluten and remove the dairy for a minimum of 2 weeks. See how you feel. I bet your energy levels are gonna go up, and I bet your IBS issues will go down. Justin always makes fun of me if I ever like, if I'm like farting or whatever, he's like, did you have dairy today? And it's like, Justin, okay. Just think about it. Think about how the food makes you feel. If you feel tired after having carbs, if you feel tired after having dairy, ask yourself, like, how am I feeling after I eat those things? And if you feel fine, then your gut is working, okay? We're working fine. But the two things that open up the door to a leaky gut are gluten and dairy. Those are the only two things on this planet that open up the door to a leaky gut, because the leaky gut is when your small intestines, like, think of them as like gatekeepers, and it goes right into your blood system. So you might not even be absorbing all of the nutrients that you need to absorb if our gut isn't functioning properly because of the gatekeepers opening up their way, and those gatekeepers that stay open are because of gluten and dairy, okay? So those things, if you're trying this and it's not working and you're not happy and you're tired and you're exhausted, those are the first things that you need to take away, and then message me if you've done that and we're still not getting our answers, okay? So the one thing with the 2BMindset, okay, so you're gonna get a tracker, the 2BMindset tracker, and like I said, you probably will get this in the physical form, but if you don't, you can print this off. Measurements, all those things. They even give examples of like, what does it look like every single day that you need to be eating and having. And I highly recommend looking at this. And there's even more examples of like what to eat with breakfast, lunch, dinner. Were you regular? Like there's a little poop emoji at the very bottom. It should say yes. Having Shaco, you can have Shaco at any point in time. You can have Shaco multiple times a day as well. Not saying that it's going to be your meal replacement, but you can have Shaco multiple times a day. Whatever vitamins your body does not need, we will excrete it through our urine, okay? But you can absolutely have more than 1 scoop a day if you need to, if you need that snack, whatever. So what I like about this is you can track your food if you want to. And if you're working with a nutritionist, they might even have you track it because they need to know really what's going on with you. However, if you're not there and you don't want that kind of accountability, or you're not looking for that, or you don't have an ailment to cure, what I like to do with this is I like to plan out my food versus track my food. So I can go to the day and be like, or go to my meal and be like, this is what I'm eating tomorrow, and write it out, and then just go to that and not even think about it. And also it helps me know when I'm going to the grocery store, what I'm getting, things like that. So when it comes to this tracker, this gives really, you can even write down your groceries. I made a whole video on how to like meal plan. And if I find it probably tomorrow or the next day, because I'm going to be drinking margaritas for the night, I will drop that link below. But mostly I like to not just track, but I like to plan what my meals are going to look like for the week ahead. But at the end of the day, if I'm out and I'm in a pinch, I just remember this: veggies, protein, depending on like if it's my lunch or if it's my snack, and when am I having a carb. And it's a healthy carb, it's an unprocessed carb, like a sweet potato or something like that. Quinoa, brown rice, if that works for your body. But it's pretty simple, and that's why I really do love the 2BMindset, is because it lets you know like what are you going to be eating at breakfast, lunch, snack, dinner. And that's it. That's it. Sometimes we want to lose weight, but we might not be eating enough. And sometimes we want to lose weight and we're eating too much. And the other thing that I like about this is that you are in control of your portions. So however you're feeling, you can eat that amount for that day. Our bodies are going to be different, especially as we're women. Throughout the month, our hormones are going to be going up and down. Testosterone, estrogen, progesterone, it's going to be going up and down. So depending on how you're feeling, you can also figure out what portions you want. Unless you have decided to stick with those containers for a while, this is something that you can always come back to, okay? So, all right, you guys, I really, really hope that helps. If you have any questions whatsoever on anything at all when it comes to nutrition, please don't hesitate to reach out. But that is a little bit on 2BMindset, Shaco, and all of our other products and programs. Like I said, if you're not on Shaco, please get on it. It is very important. It is very vital. Courtney, I just saw that you liked this. Thank you for liking this because I got to share with you guys real quick. If you are an expecting mama or you are a breastfeeding mama, it is really important to make sure that you are getting enough nutrients. So not only just following this plan, but you can go over to the Ultimate Portion Fix, and wherever your caloric range is at, you're automatically going to add 500 to that, and that is now the caloric range that you need to be in to make sure that you have enough nutrients for you and baby. Okay, very important. Courtney, you rock. Thank you so much for liking it, or else I totally would have missed that. But like I said, if you're an expecting mama or you're postnatal, making sure you are getting enough nutrients first and foremost. And then second is making sure that if you are following the macronutrient containers, adding 500 to whatever your caloric line is. So that is what you'll need to give yourself and baby enough nutrients. Now that my morning sickness is gone, I'm having a Shaco day. I am so happy. Lindsay had the same thing. Lindsay's due like any day as well. So I'm so happy to hear that, babe. Congrats. Yay. All right, you guys, happy Friday. Thanks for hopping on and listening. Again, tag your people, ask any questions. Always here to help, even if you're coming across this video months later. I hope that this helps you in your journey and you and your client's journey, and whatever I can do to be of service to you and your journey, your business journey, whatever you need in order to feel amazing, we are here for you. So, happy Friday. I'm gonna go have a few margaritas. Natural margaritas, not with the shit mix in it, because that's how you get a hangover. And I will see you guys. Thanks, Court. Mwah. I'll see you guys later. Bye.